Here from Hooked on Homemade Happiness. Welcome to my channel and welcome to part 8 of the 2026 Stitch Sampler Scrapghan Crochet Along. If you are just joining us, I will link down below all the information for this Scrapghan so you can get started back at part 1. I will also have the written instructions for part 8 linked below as well. So last week we ended with this really fun 3D flower stitch. This week we are going to do a classic granny stripe stitch. I am using 3 colors for this stitch this week, and I'm going to be doing the same thing that we did before when we used 3 colors. I'm going to be changing color each row. The granny stripe stitch looks great really in any stitch color combination. Even variegated yarn looks really good with this stitch as well. So for this one, really any yarn combination would look great. I am going to be using this green, purple, and blue, and I'm going to be sticking with my H 5mm crochet hook. So I have joined my new color and I replaced my stitch marker here to mark where we're starting this part 8, and I'm going to be starting the granny stitch with a chain 3. And for this stitch, this chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet throughout this stitch. So I'm going to chain 3 and turn. And I'm going to double crochet in the first stitch here where my chain 3 is. So because my chain 3 counts, I have 2 double crochet to start this stitch. Now I'm going to skip 2 stitches and 3 double crochet in the next. And again, skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochet in the next. And this is pretty much your repeat across for row 1 of the granny stitch. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. So we're going to repeat this across the row, and you are going to have 4 stitches left at the end of your row. So repeat this until you have 4 stitches remaining. So I work this across the row, skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochet in the next, and I have 4 stitches remaining. Now in the written pattern, I always include the chain multiple you would need for this stitch if you were working it on another project. So for this blanket, we do have 1 extra stitch. If you were using the chain multiple needed for this stitch and you worked this stitch alone, you would just have 3 stitches left over, and it would work out nicely. So for this instance, we have 1 stitch too many just from the nature of this blanket and the stitch multiple that we started with. So we do have 1 too many. So for this last one, we are going to skip 3 and 2 double crochet here in the last. So skip 3, 2 double crochet in the last. And I am going to change color on this last stitch here. So I'm going to change to my purple. And you should have 1 less stitch now than where you started. So right now I have 49 stitches here in my sample. So now I'm going to chain 3 for row 2 and turn. And now I'm just going to place 3 double crochet in each space across. So I'm going to skip the first 2 double crochet in here in this first space in between these 2, 3 double crochet. So in this space in between, so skip 2, in this space 3 double crochet. Again, skip the next 3 double crochet in this next space. And again, skip 3, 3 double crochet in the next space. Those spaces in between those groups of 3 from the previous row. And we are just going to repeat this all the way across. Continue to work 3 double crochet in between those 3 double crochet groups all the way across your row. So here are those 3 double crochets all the way across my row. I'm going to place 1 double crochet in the turning chain because this chain here counts as a double crochet. So here in this turning chain, I'm going to double crochet, and then I'm going to change color. And I'm also going to carry up this purple. So I'm going to lay that purple on top of my hook as I do my chain 3 for row 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here in row 2, I'm back to my stitch count. I have 50 stitches here in row 2. So for row 3, I have my chain 3 to start, and I'm going to turn. And this row is going to be a lot like our first row of the granny stripes. So we have 1 double crochet here. I'm going to double crochet again in this first stitch here. So now I have 2 double crochet. Now I'm going to skip this first space, and here in the next, I'm going to do 3 double crochet in the next space. So I skipped those 3 double crochet here and worked 3 in that next space. And I'm just going to do that all the way across, and they should kind of stack right on top of what you have in row 1. So what I have in row 1 with my green is where I'm going to be placing my 3 double crochets across in this teal. So work 3 double crochet across in each space. So here is my row 3. So I worked those 3 double crochet in each space. And now I'm going to make my last 2 double crochet. And I like to, instead of working it into this turning chain, I kind of just make it into the space. So see this last space where the turning chain is? I just placed 2 double crochet here in that space. And I'm going to be changing color in my last double crochet. And I did not carry my yarn. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, not the end of the world, I guess, but a little bit looser on the side than I like, but there we go. So this is your pattern repeat, rows 2 and 3 for the remainder of the granny stitch pattern. So now in the next row, you're going to repeat row 2, where you're just going to have that turning chain, that chain 3, and then working in those spaces across. So the difference between row 2 and 3 is that the row 2 repeat starts with 1 double crochet on either side, and row 3 starts with 2 double crochet on either side. And this row, I'm back to just 49 stitches. So I have 1 stitch less than what I started with. Row 2 should match your stitch count, and I have 50 here. So you'll alternate the number of stitches in each row. 1 will be 1 less, and 1 will be your correct stitch count. So go ahead and repeat rows 2 and 3. I repeated those to row 6. You can add as many rows as you like. Just be sure to end on an even number of rows. So I repeated those 2 rows to row 6 for the granny stripe stitch. So you can add or take out as many of these rows as you like. Just be sure to end on an even number of rows. Let me turn it over here so we can see what it looks like. So here is our classic granny stitch. This stitch is classic for a reason. You can use it for literally anything. It just works up so great and is so easy to work up and quick. Any color combination looks wonderful. Self-striping yarn is perfect for this stitch because I feel like it hides the color changes a little bit better than other stitches. So that is it for part 8. I did want to take a look real quick at my edges. I know a lot of you are concerned about your edges. It's just the nature of using different stitches in one blanket. They're not going to be perfect, but we are going to hide it with a nice ruffly border. So I promise you will not be able to tell at the end, once we have our border on our blanket, that they are a little bit uneven, but that's okay. That's just the way it goes with blankets like this. So thank you so much for joining me here in part 8, and I will see you next week for part 9.